Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. Number 1. Mississippi Congressman Benny Thompson has announced he's tested positive for COVID-19. The chair of the January 6th committee said this will not derail the next public hearing. It will be televised Thursday evening. During what is described as the last scheduled presentation for now, the panel will focus on what Donald Trump was doing for more than 3 hours, or 187 minutes to be exact, during the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Number 2. The UN Secretary General has warned that wildfires and heat waves wreaking havoc across the globe show humanity facing collective suicide as governments around the world scramble to protect people from the impacts of extreme heat. Antonio Guterres told ministers from 40 countries to discuss the climate crisis. Half of humanity is in the danger zone from floods, droughts, extreme storms, and wildfires. No nation is immune. Americans are feeling the heat at home. Climate scientists say the heat waves are becoming more common, severe, and persistent. Many OBGYNs, including some who perform abortions, are celebrating a decision that allows them to avoid traveling to the state of Texas for certifying board exams. Some feared gathering en masse would make them vulnerable to violence. Others who are pregnant themselves are worried about developing complications and being forced to seek care in a state with strict abortion limits. The American Board of Obstetrics and Gynecology exams are voluntary, but certification lends respect to doctors' credentials, indicating they graduated from an accredited medical school and passed written and oral competency exams. Number 4. The ability of transgender or gender non-binary (TNB) people to legally change their names is critical to their health and safety. Illinois has one of the most restrictive name change laws in the nation. That, according to current law, people with felony convictions must wait 10 years after the conclusion of their sentence to change their name. In addition to these harsh restrictions, the current procedure for filing a name change is antiquated, time-sensitive, and costly. House Bill 2542 is a legal attempt to modernize the name change law in Illinois and advance health equity for these communities. Number 5. Relisha Rudd has been missing from Washington, D.C. since March of 2014. Relisha was just 8 years old when she disappeared from the D.C. homeless shelter where she lived with her family. She was last seen at a Northeast D.C. motel with Khalil Tatum, a janitor at the shelter. Police found Tatum's body March 31st of 2014 in a shed, dead of an apparent suicide. Relisha is still missing. Anyone with information about Relisha's disappearance, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Mental illness is nothing to be ashamed of. Seek help. So, inhale counseling, exhale shame. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with my co-hosts, Stephen Hill, Myra J., and Quinn Townsend Riley, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.